Live.
We're on? She said live, we're on. Hey everybody, this is Hunter Pascal here at Foreclosure Friday. Last week we were in, where were we at? We were in Franklin, North Carolina. Remember all the pumpkins and the scenes and all that we were talking about? The changes, the leaf changes, all the stuff going on. Well, today we're here in Delray Beach, right? We're here in Delray Beach. Debbie and I just did about a three-hour drive, about 90 miles an hour. And we got here. We're trying to get here looking at a house with Mike. We got a seller information form here. And we were going to meet the seller, but the seller kind of pushed us back a little bit. So I said, hell then, Mike, let's buy you lunch at 3 o'clock or 3:05 because we started late. And we had to order lunch pretty quick, so they're getting ready to close this place down. Look at this place, zooming around. I think I've been here before. Looks like it. Well, you know, there's a lot of nice places to eat here in Delray Beach. Matter of fact, Frank McKinney's doing his stunt on Atlantic Boulevard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going to close this down at 3 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow morning.
Oh, really?
So, we actually came down to see our good friend Frank McKinney as well. So we're kind of like knocking out two birds with one stone. Mike was surprised. We surprised him. Heather sent him an email and said, hey, you're going to be on Foreclosure Friday. And I got here and I was asking Mike, do you mind if I put you on Foreclosure Friday? He said, well, I was emailed, told me I was going on Foreclosure Friday, so I guess I'm on Foreclosure Friday today. Mike's got a little softer voice than I do, maybe, but Mike, when did you get involved with us? I know it's been a little road here because you got some things going on in your life.
Right.
But when did you get started with us?
Well, I went up to the office, I think in February.
February.
Did like a meeting with you guys before the coronavirus started.
Matter of fact, we worried about it. It was before that, right? So
Yeah,
it really
just
hadn't happened.
before. It hadn't happened.
So we had a full house there, right?
Yeah,
full house. When you came up for the February event that we hold, now we hold an event in our office usually about 2 or 3 times a year, and you meet our team and all that. Because of the COVID, you know, we're not doing that. We're doing everything virtual. Our system is virtual anyway, but it's just nice to see people like Mike and meet new people physically, and we will be doing that for all of you that are on there that has already signed up and already with us. We will be holding one of these. It's going to be 2021, just to get through the end of the year, just to make sure you know, you guys can get there and you don't have to drive. You can fly. I mean, you can fly now, but you know, it's just more, you know, more relaxed that way. So, Mike, what were you doing prior to? Have you done any deals or something prior to meeting us in the real estate?
Not any real
investment?
estate deals. No, haven't done any.
So so you're
I'm a home inspector.
a home inspector
Oh,
Insurance
perfect.
company.
for an insurance company.
Right.
So he's the guy who battles the homeowners for the insurance, or do
Most
you?
of the time I'm just inspecting for the insurance company.
So you're just there to give them, the insurance company, what you receive.
Right.
Wow, that's going to help you.
BPO agent.
Yeah, great BPO agent. So now though, you're working on your license, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just got to take the test. I'm
You-
taking all the other tests. I just have to take the test.
Kind of like me and my pawn license. I've taken all the other tests, but I haven't passed the big test, you know. But you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm just going to fly with people I love, and people care about me can fly better than me. But so, so what got you? What got you excited about what we're doing, or what tempted you?
Well, I was interested in the business, all the business, wholesaling and that kind of stuff. And I think I saw you online in the beginning. I believe it was Foreclosure
Daily.
Daily.
Foreclosure
Yeah, that's
Daily
what
did
it
an
is, yeah.
event. I did a webinar
Right.
with
And that's
them.
what brought the whole thing going.
Okay.
It sounded interesting and more of what I'm interested in doing. I'm not really interested in selling real estate as far as an agent or anything like that, but just getting involved, flips and that kind of stuff. So it looked like a great way to go.
Yeah, so speaking of that, you know, Mike, you know, he's got this job he has, and he's still working at it, right? You work
Part-time,
half a day or something, you're part-time?
Yeah,
So
3 days a week.
3 days a week, so he's retired, basically,
Yeah,
you know?
right.
But he just wanted to get involved and see what we're doing. I mean, what a great place to do it at, here in Delray, or
Right.
you're a little south of here.
A little
sir.
south, Pompano Beach.
Pompano Beach. I don't know where I got those two. Boca and Pompano and all these. I used to travel down here, how many years ago? So I started real estate in
25.
'96. So
25 years ago.
25 years, 30 years ago, there was a route. They used to have a route down here, and we used to go to Fort Lickerdale. That's where most of our clients were. It's called Fort Lauderdale, but back in the day when I was doing it at 18, it was called Fort Lickerdale because I couldn't wait to get down here. We partied our butts off. So now we're back, and we're sober, and we're doing real estate instead of selling parts to mom and pops. And Mike's joined us. So what is it that you have found so far with this training, the websites, the communication with the office? What have you found? Has it been easy to communicate with us?
Yes. I had to get used to the email system.
Okay.
I'm more of a texter kind of guy, but as long as I keep my emails open, the communication is actually fast. Almost like texting.
Did you hear that, girls in the office? We need to upgrade our. Now you got a text today, right?
I did get a text.
And you got a text saying Foreclosure Friday, right?
Yep.
And
I always get those.
So, well, we got the new systems going. You know, this is digital world, right? So it's text, emails, photos. What do you think about just your first learning process? So the first learning process is locating sellers, right?
Yeah.
So you were a little hesitant for that for a little while.
I wasn't in the beginning because, well, first of all, COVID was going on.
COVID.
So I wasn't doing much mailing or anything like that, and I was working through some other stuff. But then over the last couple of months, I started doing some mailings, and I've been getting phone calls. All responses.
Imagine that, right?
Yeah,
so I remember when Mike got his first mailing, he goes, "Hey man, I know when students tell me or tell the office, hey, I just mailed my first mailing," and I'm thinking, oh guys, let's hold on, let's hope they get some deals. But it's so awesome when people do take action, do follow what we suggest, and you start getting leads like this. I really don't want to show this because it's got the address and the contact on it. So here it is, real quick, lead sheet. Yeah, you know that? So that's a lead sheet. That's one of 6 calls or so you got, right? Or so? Or?
On the first mailing, I got like about 15 calls.
15 calls on the first mailing.
A couple of people told me to buzz off.
I'd love to get those numbers and call them back for you. I know I keep telling you.
I have the number.
Okay, we need to get those numbers. I love the people that tell you to buzz off. I love the people that get a piece of mail from us, right?
Right.
They get a letter, they get an invitation to contact us. Then they contact us and say, buzz off. I love those. I want to know why they want us to buzz off. I want to know why they called. I want to know what got them to take the initiative to waste their time, to waste our time, just to call us and say, buzz off. Well, I love those. Here's why, because I know a lot of times they don't really understand what we're doing, and so we have to get on the phone with them. And it's a challenge. It's an art. It's a fun for me. It's a game. It's a game to try to see how long you keep them on the phone. Now, I talked to Mike a little bit about this seller call. We were going to do some seller calls yesterday, and we talked about. I asked you what you thought about doing all these calls, and your response was you love it.
Yeah, I do like it.
So what
Took
is
me
it?
a little while to get warmed up and
So-
asking the right questions. But
Okay. So what?
I like the people part.
You like the people because it's people business. So I had this question yesterday about what is it that you think stops people from doing what we ask, mailing the letter, taking the calls. So it took you a little bit. Just get honest with us. You're here live, Facebook, all over UK and all over the world and all that. We're helping people here now. Now Mike's an honest guy. He is one of the most. I can tell Mike, and meeting with him and talking with him, and he's the head of an HOA, and which I told him there's some great leads there. And so what is it that got you over the hump, or what made it? What made you go ahead and do the letters and say, okay, I'll do what the hell Hunter said, and I'll mail these letters? And then what made you do that? What made you get over that little hurdle?
There's a little fear there in the beginning.
Fear.
Because you're going to get phone calls, and what are you going to say?
Got it.
And then you get to the point where I just got to do this. I got to pull the trigger and go.
So that's what we talked about yesterday. We talked about what is it that holds people back, and it's fear. It's fear of success, partially. I used to have that fear, but I was saying, hey, I got to get out of my way so I can do what I want to do and get where I want to go, right? Got to give me a little Gatorade here. So That's that COVID itch I got. Mike don't know about it yet.
Hunter.
But, so it's fear. So fear is facing everything, attracting results. You like that one? Facing everything, attracting results. So Mike's got over the fear. His first mailing, he got 15 calls, right? And we're still working with some of those.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure he probably screwed up a few of those in the beginning. But it doesn't matter, right?
No.
I mean, it's only $20,000 when you screw one of these calls up, so don't worry about it, you know. But the good news is, you get to do calls with me or somebody in the office. So you get the leads, you fill them out, and then we do the calls, and we tell you which way to go. Like this one's a free and clear house.
Yeah.
Why would a guy, if it's free and clear, how did he get a hold of us? Why'd you mail this one? You know?
He had actually he was behind the HOA.
So HOA, so Mike's an HOA guy. So he's behind in HOAs. So when we're mailing, we're not really removing the HOAs or anybody that's in foreclosure, we want to talk to you, right? So tell us a little bit about how these have been going, how your calls have been going.
But they're going pretty good now. I mean, in the beginning, like I said, I stumbled a little bit, didn't really know what to say other than just verbatim down the sheets.
How's that work?
Well, the sheet's great. It took me a little while to just start building the conversation with the people and, you know, trying to find out why they really in the situation they're in. And explaining to them that, you know, I'd like to try to help them. Win-win type situation.
Are people excited to hear from you, or when you're not excited, but
I mean, they're wanting to know what's going on and how it can help them for sure. And I mean, you get some phone calls where you know they just are interested in what you're trying to do and everything. I had a phone call from our real estate broker yesterday, and she was in a trouble with her HOA. And so she showed up on my pre-foreclosure sheet. And she said, I appreciate the letter, and she was pretty impressed with the whole thing. It was just a basic little yellow letter. So, and then by the time the conversation was over, you seemed like a really nice guy, and I'm going to send people to you if I run into them.
there you go.
I thought that was pretty good.
At least by marketing this way, the way we teach. Mike just had a real estate agent contact him. We was behind on HOAs. And it's not really what we're looking for, because we're really looking for a mortgage foreclosure. But an HOA foreclosure could potentially be a mortgage foreclosure as well, because if they're not paying their HOA, that's a homeowner association. If they're not paying that, they just might not be paying their mortgage payment. So that's a unique way of going in at it. And so we market houses, not condos or townhouses. We don't, you know, because of the HOAs, unless they're free and cleared. I think this one had like $11,000 in arrears or something like
No,
that.
that's a different one.
Different one.
This guy's was about $2,000 in arrears, but he's paid it off.
Oh, so he was behind,
Yeah, he was behind.
and then he caught up.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the guy who's behind and caught up on some stuff. So was that the HOA?
Yeah.
So HOAs are the minimal thing. The mortgage is the bigger thing that people get behind on. So, you know, if you want to get involved with us, like we're here, how's our team? I mean, how's our, so you talk to me and you do a Zoom call with me in the beginning, right? I set you up, I get you going. We often send you emails. Now, and how about the follow-up? How about our team? Is our team, are we on it or what?
You're on it.
We're on it. We don't want to leave anybody left behind. You ever heard that one? Watch that movie, Left Behind. We don't want them to leave anybody left behind, and we want everybody to get up to speed and get these deals going. No matter if you've never done a deal before, if you don't know anything about real estate, you know, you don't have to. You don't really need to know anything, because it's easier to train somebody that knows nothing than it's easier to train somebody that knows everything. You know what I mean? Kind of like me. You know, I'm a hard person to train. I'm a hard knocks guy. I got to learn on my own. And my wife's over there going, yep. Even today, even on the road down here today, you know. So you know what? That's good. So I'm the one blazing that path for everybody. My wife takes a big, deep sigh. But anyway, we just want to shoot this for you down here, see that we're working with real people like Mike. I mean, look at this guy. He's just a normal, ordinary guy. He's going to be making extraordinary income by working this process. Once he gets the language down a little better, we've already got some deals that we're working on. Some people are missing appointments. That's okay. They're not going nowhere. We got their contact. We know where they are. We're going to send the group after them. We'll drive by their house and knock on their door or something like that later if they don't answer our calls. So, this is a fun business. This is the best time ever to be in real estate investing, and the best time ever to be in the distressed property market, because it's a boatload coming. The governor released the moratorium, so the banks are starting to process foreclosures. I know we just sent out 2,000 letters, so we're still doing the business. So if you're not working with a coach or a mentor that's not doing the business, I'd check that out. I'd be kind of concerned about that, because they're not in it every day like we are. We have a lot of answers, right? We have a lot of different scenarios. We have a lot of options we can offer. We have the money to lend. We have the attorneys to negotiate if we need them. We have attorneys for probates. So we do probates, tax deeds, short sales, subject twos, taking over payments, buying out equity, cash equity. Some of these properties have a lot of equity, kind of like this one's got a lot of equity in it. And the guy's already told us he wants a number that's way below market value. This is off-market properties. These are not properties that are listed. These are all off-market. And it's just the way to go in this industry. It's the way to be. And I tell you what, if you don't have a good team, get one. If you can't afford one, hey, work with them until you can afford them. We got tons of leads, tons of lists. So this is Hunter Pascal.
No. I want to ask Mike, do you listen to his seller calls?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Debbie just asked, does he listen to my seller calls? Well, he has to.
That really helps.
Yeah, that helps. So basically, we have recorded seller calls. Like I said, I do calls with them, and we record those calls, and then they get those calls. Then they can listen to those calls, so they can hear themselves, and they can hear me, and they can they don't need to be a me. He needs to be Mike. He needs to be Mike, and he needs to, like he's doing, be himself, and that's what it's all about. When people can tell when you're not real,
Yep.
and people can tell when you're telling stories, or if not, they'll catch you sooner or later. So be real with people. That's all they want. They want you to be real, and they want you to be kind of fun and upbeat, instead of down and out, because you're coming into a world of negativity, and you got to be the one that's uplifting and willing to help these people and understand the situation they're in. Great question, brother. Our seller calls. I mean, we have scripts. We have this is the biggest script, the seller information form, but it doesn't tell you how to talk to people. It gives you a basic idea of how to have open conversations and stuff that we need to help them. So I had an idea, and I'm going to share it with you right now. I'm going to share it with you, Mike. It's the first thing I thought. And I want you to try this. I want you to take out your student part on this seller information form, and I want you to mail this sheet to sellers with a letter saying, hey, if you're in foreclosure, you need help, fill out this form and send it back. Try this. I've never done this before.
Yeah.
I've had students email the seller the sheet, and the seller fills it out. So I was just talking last night about it. I'm going to do this as well, because I asked Debbie, did she send out all the letters? And said, yeah. And I said, that's okay, we'll do it next time. We're going to take our seller information form, and we're going to take out the student part of it,
Right. Yeah.
and mail it to the homeowner and say, if you want help, fill this sheet out. I think that's going to be cool. I don't think anybody's done this yet. And we're going to test it. We're going to let you know how it works. But anyway, tomorrow morning, 3 a.m., we're going to be with Frank McKinney, watching his book launch. Excuse me, it's just the name of the book launch. And we'll be here until 3 a.m. till 6 a.m. right here in Delray Beach. If you're around here, text me, hook me
tell
up.
him that.
I can't tell you the location, so anyway, I gotta go. My throat's itching. Talk to you soon. Have an awesome day. Hunter Pascal, your man, Foreclosure Friday.